do videos, and it syncs directly to your phone. And then you can choose to send it out, or you can text it out, or you can save it to your camera and put it on Facebook, Instagram, or really anything you want. So they're from Snapchat. Spectacles.com is where you can buy them. They come in 3 different colors.
3 different colors, yeah.
Yes, and so they're fun. There's something unique. There's something I started wearing, and now people know me from them. It's on my caricature and my business cards and stuff like that. So it's kind of a signature item for us.
Very good. So I'm doing a live video.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought you were taking a photo. I was posing.
Well, I couldn't get it. Now tell us about your glasses again, because it's funny.
In case you missed it. Yeah.
There.
All right. So the Snapchat
This is
spectacles,
a repeat.
Yeah. Snapchat spectacles is what they're called. And what they allow you to do is you can take photos or videos, just hit one button, and it starts recording, syncs to your phone, and then you can save it, send it out. It's 10-second video clips or just a single photo. You can do up to 30 seconds if you keep hitting the button. And then you can choose to send it out or do whatever you want with it. It saves on your camera roll. You can put it as text, Facebook, Instagram. These are version 2.0. Spectacles.com is where you can buy them. And they're a lot of fun.
You should do a commercial.
I should. I should get a product placement or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was really good. So that's Jeff DeHaven talking about spectacles.com and his special spectacles. And I love your business cards, too. I should have brought one over here.
Yeah. The wife doesn't like these glasses. She's like, you're not wearing those to dinner.
Well, you know what? I would be afraid if I
only.
Was married to have you wearing those glasses.
Yeah, you never know what I'm going to record.
No. I can see it now. Turn that off.
Right.
Turn that off. I'm just saying that's what I would say if I was married to you. Oh.
Our live's posted, so you can check them out online if you want to see what they look like.
That's fun. Oh, we had a lot of people listening, too. That's kind of funny. So, how have you always known that this is what you wanted to do? I mean, social media wasn't around, obviously, when you were little.
Right.
What were you like when you were little?
I was a nerd, to be honest. I played with Legos and Hot Wheels primarily by myself. So I had 2 older brothers. They didn't want to play with me. They were too cool for me. So I just kind of stuck to myself. And I didn't have a lot of friends in high school, to be honest. I was not the popular kid by any means. I didn't go to any sports activities, any functions. I just went straight to class and left. So
gosh, and you seem that really surprises me.
I came out of my shell since.
Yes.
But it was really when I turned 16 and got a job at Target. Expect more, pay less. So marketing. And then I started to meet people and get out of my shell. And then I worked in the restaurant industry, and so that really pushed you out of your shell. I was the first car side to go specialist at Applebee's. You call it in, we bring it out. It's not fast food; it's Applebee's Food Fast. So that was a lot of fun. And then that's what got my juices going for marketing, surprisingly, because Applebee's every 6 to 8 weeks, corporate sends a box of stuff, new promotional menus, new stickers, new banners, new signage that has to go out. And so I saw these boxes come in, and I said to my manager, I was like, "Who takes care of this?" And he's like, "Just whoever's here." And I said, "Well, can I take care of it?" And he's like, "Sure." So I started doing it, and then I started titling myself promotional specialist, which I just made up, so it had no merit, but it stuck. And so then our store became a training store for our franchise, which we had about 20-some stores in the franchise. So then a lot of managers would come there, get to know me, see what I was doing, and be like, "Hey, where's mine at my store?" So then they brought me to go to different stores and train somebody to be a promotional specialist at their store. And then I actually had enough.
And how old were you at this time?
18.
Wow, isn't that something?
And I thought I was going to go on radio and TV, to be honest. I used to run home from school and watch the Rosie O'Donnell show because it was the most unique talk show at that time. And I bought all of her merchandise, even the Barbie, and I still have them to this day. Sold out fan. When I jump into something, I'm all in. And so, but anyways,
that's so funny.
I put together this whole binder, and I had the guts to sit down with the marketing director for the franchise of Applebee's and say, "Hey, I want this job. This is what I can help you with. This is what I want to do." And she's like, "No." So that didn't work out. So,
but man, that was very brave. Yes.
Yeah. So, knowing that I wanted to do radio and TV, I had an internship at 100.5 back in the day. Now it's Mix 106.3 or WSGW, I guess. Yeah, 100.5 is. And so I got to work in the morning show, Lisa and Dylan, and had a blast. And I remember they sent me out on remotes, and I was terrified as can be. And it was just a phone that I jumped on and said, "Hey, I'm here today at whatever location." And It was horrible. I'm sure it was absolutely horrible. Luckily, I don't have those audios because I don't want to listen to them. But and then from there, I started going to Delta, and I wanted an internship in TV. So I was fortunate to get one at TV5, and the only one they had left open was in the marketing department. And I said, all right, that's game. So I was one of 5 interns in the marketing department, and so I quickly got to be one of the favorites. And wasn't planned, but it just happened. And so I got to do a lot of fun stuff where I remember like at the Buick Open, all the other guys had to like run tapes to the photographers who couldn't leave their spot in the middle of the course or take them lunch. And I got to walk around with Katie O'Mara and show her where the 18 Skybox is and have lunch. And so, yeah, they kind of hated me. But they offered me a job after my internship, but it didn't work out. But I started doing social media, like I said, fresh out of high school, MySpace is where I started, and then that's where I realized that my desire was really to do marketing over radio TV. So that's when I fully went that direction. And then since I was so new at talking about it, people thought I was an expert, even though I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out just like everybody else. And luckily, my brother has a doggy daycare, so I started a MySpace business page for him, and he's like, sure, do whatever you want. I don't care. My uncle was a realtor. He said, yeah, do whatever you want as well. So got those going and allowed me to kind of see the possibilities for businesses. It landed me a meeting with Dow Corning. It landed me a meeting with Midland Center for the Arts, and I was completely terrified because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And but it kind of grew and grew from there. And then I worked with the FP Horak Company out of Bay City, and that was phenomenal. That really took me to the next level as far as getting my name out there, getting me, working with the team and kind of seeing all aspects where they wanted to kind of complement print with digital. And then from there, I worked at another company in Saginaw and kind of helped do social media for kind of the landscape industry, so different industry there. And then we started kind of jumping on other industries and kind of broadening new business. And then from there, like I said, last year I decided to go out on my own and try that out again, even though I never thought I would, but it made the most sense, so I did it, and a year later I'm glad I'm doing it. So
yes.
It's been
what
a good year.
Perfect timing too. It just like exploded.
Yeah, it's been nonstop. We've been really fortunate that we've had a lot of support, a lot of recommendation. And the biggest thing is I've done this now 15 years, so people know me, I'm established, I'm not going anywhere, I'm grounded here. I stay active in the community, so it all has really helped out,
right.
And I'm honored to have that support.
Yep, and you definitely have it, so that's really cool. That was a really good story. I love that. So you kind of grew into this job. It was kind of just meant for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a unique industry where you can't, there's not any courses on social media in college.
You kind of just write it.
I'm speaking at some CMU, SVSU, Delta. I do my fair share to certainly help out. Northwood I've spoken at too. But it's not really something that there's like a, manual, this is how it's done. And the only way, as you know, it changes so quickly. So by the time you write something down, it's totally different. So, I'm lucky that I've been able to get to know people that do what I do all over the place, and it's easy to connect online with, LinkedIn and Facebook groups.
Right.
And so I'm able to, if I can't figure something out, I know somebody I can ask for that.
Oh, that helps so much. Yes.
That's a huge support, and we all do the same thing. I have a Facebook group. It's called My Social Media Guy, MI Social Media Guy. So anybody can join that, and they can ask us questions, and we help people as much as we can, too, and it's totally free.
Wow, I'm going to have to get on that.
All right. Yeah, check it out.
Morgan, you have to get on that.
So we
fun.
We try to give back as well. But, yeah, that's the thing is as long as you are willing to do the research, try things out, and just be in the trenches, you'll stay ahead of the game. But as soon as you think you got it all figured out and you kind of step back or kind of get comfortable, you're going to quickly get left behind. So
Yep. I made the mistake of going on vacation for a week.
Yeah.
And I came back and all the Facebook algorithms had changed.
Oh.
And the radio program that I used changed. It was such a nightmare. It took me 2 weeks to get caught up.
Oh, geez.
It was horrible. So I admire that you keep up with everything. There's so much.
Yeah, I try. I don't know everything, that's for sure. I'm always a student, I say.
Yes,
but,
always. You
but
always
I'm willing
have
to learn.
be.
Yeah.
So things happen so quickly in social media. What do you see happening next?
The thing is I guess people are going back to kind of like organic content. So they really want that natural, unproduced content. So that's why the things like stories, Snapchat, and things like that are really taking off. Also, people want to kind of control who they connect with, who they see, where their content's going. I mean, we saw that whole debacle with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica and all of that go on. So that brought more awareness to, hey, what are you settings turned on, and who are you sharing stuff with, and all those different things. So things like Snapchat, where you send it and it goes away, or you think it goes away, is being more favorable. Instagram does the same thing. So I think people are starting to, we still consume a lot of stuff, but I feel like as far as engagement, that's going to be a little bit lower because we see it, but we might not engage with it. And I think people aren't sharing as much as they used to, as far as they're sharing it person to person, private messages, and having those private conversations rather than kind of posting everything out. I know for me, what I've learned is even as a personal user, I got to watch what I say. I can't go into a company and be like, this place sucks, I'm never coming back, because people hire us to represent their brand. And if I'm bashing other brands, they're not going to want me to be part of their brand. So that's something that certainly have learned over the years. And just like anything else, like how I'm perceived online can damage the company I'm part of, or now the company I own. So I think people are starting to get more aware of that. We've seen a lot of situations like the Roseanne thing, where something she tweeted lost her a huge opportunity. So they're seeing the effects of what could happen. I know that I've always spoken on that when I'm fortunate to speak to high school classes and college classes, but now I think they're actually seeing the effect and it's sinking in a little bit further. So I think that is helping people be more cautious on how they share and who they share it with.
And that's
but they
good.
want to go back to, and that's why it's really important to have a brand that people know, like, and trust. And so I tend to be the face of the brand. And even though we have a team, and it's certainly not just me, and I don't want to take all the credit, but it's just I'm the one who they've known and who they follow and those types of things. So so you're starting to see more companies kind of jump on and having a brand ambassador that's at least representing them online. And that's working really well.
So that's a good word, brand ambassador, good 2 words. That's a good way to look at it. I always wondered how, like, I have been doing my own for 6 years with the DIVALUTION show, but I learned a lot from our mutual friend Josh Sharrow.
Yeah, he's
helped me a lot.
Talented.
Yeah, and I actually used to do a morning radio show with him, so he's the one that taught me how to use the software and everything. So and he produced my show for a long time.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's so fast and good, and he's a really nice man. And I forgot where I was going with that. So I've been doing my own for a long time. So sometimes it gets so overwhelming. Like in the morning, I had to really change the way my life was because I felt like I had to do it. I had to get up in the morning and do all my social media, and then I did this, and it was, my day was so rigid that I was so stressed out from that. So I understand why people throw it to you. Yeah. But now there's if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done, and I don't beat myself up over it anymore like I used to. Like I used to do Deb's Daily Divaism.
Oh, okay.
Every single day.
That's intense.
I did it.
Yeah.
And I don't do it anymore. I probably should get back to it, but now I didn't have to take any time for myself, and so I really appreciate what you're doing for people.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I mean, you can set how much you want to be active and how much you don't. You know what I mean? You set the perimeters for sure. The thing that I always look at is, like, you see people that do Instagram, Facebook stories every single day, and I'm sure there's something I can post every single day, but is it going to be quality every single day? And so what I look at is if it's not something that's going to be top notch, then I'm not going to share it.
Good point.
So, and if it's something where, like you said, you take a weekend off and you want to unplug, then you just do. You know what I mean? And that's that. So I mean, it is really what you make it, and I think people respect that and understand it. But also, the biggest thing that can save you is scheduling content, and you're seeing more and more opportunities to schedule. You can now schedule groups, posts, business-like pages. There's third-party tools to schedule Instagram, and you can actually schedule stories now, which is great. For me, I have, like I said, I have the two daughters, so there's always